What a week it was. Wednesdays. What a week it was Wednesday. Oh my goodness. We got a lot going on. Y'all know how I like to do it. I like to get in, get out. Y'all know how I like to do. Get it. We got a jam-packed show tonight. I hope y'all like it. Um, Trying to inject a little bit more levity. I don't want to be on my soapbox again. Um, but we're gonna talk some stuff though. Like I said, we got a great show. Y'all, somebody, we have a really great show this evening, and just would like for y'all to tune on in and check it on out. We have a really great show. We do. I think we got a really great show. I do. Got a lot of topics. Good God Almighty. At 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make it do what it do. My lovely wife is coming downstairs and everything. Mr. Smith, my mentor, is in the building. Shout out to Mr. Ray Smith and everything like that. Also, getting started. Oh, she just turned a lot of. Shout out to Aaron the Big Word Brinkley. His wife made it through surgery successfully and everything like that. She is in recovery and everything like that. My brother from another, you and your family are in my prayers, our family's prayers, Rock With Me Nation prayers and everything like that. So I'm definitely glad to get that. But we're gonna keep praying. We're gonna keep praying and everything like that. We're gonna keep it covered. So yes sir, Steezel, we live. We live. Lisa, Mr. Smith said, what's good? What's going on? Shout out to you, my lovely wife and everything. She is here. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. You know, I like to start it off light first. Did y'all know that Michael B. Jordan was developing a Creed comic book? Did y'all know that? A Creed comic book. Yes, a Creed comic book. And you know me, like, hey, I believe sharing is caring. I can feel how I want to feel at the end of the day. But I'm all about brothers coming up and handling their business and everything like that. So yes, Michael B. Jordan, and this comes from, I want to make sure I give the brothers and sisters a shout out and everything like that. This comes from Breaking Titans, well, I don't want to, Bleeding Cool. But Michael B. Jordan has a comic book out and it features his daughter. It takes place 10 years after Creed 3. I'll make sure I put the link down there in the comment section, but it says set 10 years after the events of the movie Creed 3. The series focuses on Amara Creed, who is on her own path, stepping outside her father Adonis's Creed. Can I say Adonis's? Is that right? What's going on? Nico Bean with the steam, the young lion on the team. Bars. Nico Bean with the steam. It really is easy to do some stuff with your name. I'll be trying to give you that stuff, some take it and run with it and everything like that. But anyway, it says she's on her own path, stepping outside her father Adonis Creed's shadow and training like there's no tomorrow. But when her division opponents no longer present a challenge, Amara's drive will have her following her father's footsteps going underground. She'll also need the perfect trainer, but perfection comes with tangled strings attached. The first issue will be published on the 28th of June from Boom Studios. So yes, shout out to Michael B. Jordan for doing that. Also, if you did not know, Wesley Snipes also has a comic book. He's on his second issue right now. It's called The Exile. I've read it and it's not bad. It's not bad. He's definitely going somewhere with it. So go ahead and check out Wesley Snipes' book. It's in the comic book store, your local comic book store right now. And y'all make sure y'all mark it down on the calendar, June 28th. I'm gonna check it out. Like I said, aside from the movie and other issues that I have and everything like that, I'm gonna be who I say I am. I'm gonna support brothers and sisters like that. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan. I don't know why that happened. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan on that one and everything like that. Hey, bro, you see me, right? You see, so you can't be like, you know, man, all he does is bash us. No, you can't do that. I told y'all equal energy. So we're gonna keep it right on going and everything like that, because there's some other stuff that I wanted to talk about tonight and everything like that. But I did want to get that out there in regards to Michael B. Jordan. Also, Hasbro. Did y'all see? I put pictures up and everything like that. Hasbro is showing love to Selwyn Ward. I don't know if y'all remember this guy, but that's the first brother to run the Power Rangers. They dropped the ball on the Gen Lock on season 2, but that wasn't MBJ's fault. You saw. You rock with that too? Come on, somebody. Mike, we rock with you, though. We really, really do. I like Genlock. I just don't like the fact that you know, unless these are going, because I really wanted you to be whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that, Mike. Like, Mike, give me a pound. New edition. Mike, I don't really, you doing, no, I needed you to be the whole body dude. But it's a good story. Those of y'all that have not checked out Genlock, where we at, D. Steezer? What is that, HBO Max? Or Max? Because thank you. Where's that, Steezer? That's HBO Max and everything like that. Y'all check it out. It's actually a pretty good show. It is. It's cartoon. It's a pretty good show and everything like that. So listen, if we can criticize you, we can compliment you too. And I've always thought that should be true. If you can criticize somebody, you can compliment somebody too. So I'm definitely willing to do that. But yeah, back to Hasbro showing love to Selwyn Ward. I know we all know. Shout out, we miss him at Jason David Frank and everything like that. A lot of us do consider him the greatest Power Ranger ever. But that said, because it ain't for me to go back and forth with you. I feel how I feel. But that said, Selwyn Ward, that says a lot. Selwyn Ward, you know what? Walter Jones being the first brother to put on a Power Ranger costume, got that. He's in his own little category. But Selwyn Ward, who was the first brother to lead the Power Rangers, the only brother to be two Power Rangers, I already have the blue action figure and everything like that. Hasbro just put the Turbo Ranger Red up on pre-order yesterday and everything like that. It features a different head sculpt for Selwyn Ward and everything like that. The TJ Grand Madam is in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Grand Madam. Thank you, Grand Madam, for showing up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Grand Madam has said that I think she said her grandson loves the Power Rangers and everything like that. So she's going to cop the Turbo Ranger when it comes out and everything. But like I said, it has a different head sculpt. So those of you, y'all know, if you've been rocking with me for the past few weeks, we've been talking about getting different head sculpts for action figure customization and everything. Thank you. I apologize, Grand Madam. Her nephew loves Power Rangers. So if you're looking at alternate head sculpts, if you appreciate the fact that Selwyn Ward has been two different Rangers, Power Rangers Red, Turbo, and I want to say Power Rangers in Space, he was the Blue Ranger. That action figure actually comes with his hover glider and everything like that. So yeah, I think it's $33.99 if I'm not mistaken. Y'all go catch that. Also, shout out to Walter Jones, a.k.a. Zack, a.k.a. the OG Black Ranger and everything like that. Hasbro Pulse is getting ready to drop this for him would be his third action figure with Hasbro Pulse, to be perfectly honest. But this one comes with a more accurate Walter Jones head sculpt. Y'all remember like the flat top he kind of had when he first came out. So this one is more accurate, facial wise and everything like that. It comes with more effects. It'll come with the hands that do it's morphing time and everything. So yeah, y'all cop that out. That's not on pre-order as of yet, but I will definitely let y'all know when it's getting ready to drop. Today, what dropped was the Power Ranger Green. If you don't have Tommy, if you don't, okay, I think they tried to do a little something different with the head sculpt. This particular head sculpt, they have two head sculpts. This one, the bandana is supposed to tell you that it's Jason David Frank, but it doesn't look like Jason David Frank. So I'm just going to, they don't want to use his likeness anymore. I can understand that. I can understand that. You don't want to make money. See how I'm doing this? Watch how I do this. I can understand that. You don't want to make money off the actor's likeness because you understand that might be disrespectful to the actor. The actor's, what do we want to call it? The actor's family might be do some change should you continue to use the actor's likeness. But that said, Tommy, as the Green Power Ranger, is a character. That character still exists in the, well, been through some things, but y'all know what I mean. But so it's amazing because Hasbro got that right. Imagine that, the action figure company got that right. Meanwhile, over here, we don't mind dropping action figures that look like, even though you see, we don't mind making money off over here, which is still in Hasbro's house. They don't have licensing, so they can't really tell. But over here, we don't mind, even though we didn't kill off the character, still using the actor's likeness. Okay. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, man. I'm, I just things that make you go, things. Wow, someone actually has some respect for someone's real life death. Interesting. I said the same daggone thing. Speaking of that, let's take this and transition this on over. I understand we are in the NBA playoffs, and to a lot of us, this is the only time we get interested in the NBA. It's like, that season too long. It's almost like a baseball season. Holler at me when you get to the playoffs, and then I'll be there. So with that being said, before I forget, the action figure that they released today is they actually released another Red Ranger. So you want to be careful with this one. The Green Ranger that came out today that Hasbro dropped does not have the Dragon Shield and does not have the arm gauntlets. So what you're going to have to do if you want to get that, they dropped a red action figure today, a Mighty Morphin Red Power Ranger, Jason with the Dragon Shield that's removable and adjustable for female action figures, and the arm gauntlets. I promise you I'm not saying that right. The arm gauntlets also come off as well, so that you can put those on your other action figures. So Hasbro gonna get their change. We're gonna give you the green action figure over here, and if you want the Dragon Shield to put on it, you're gonna have to go get this one over here. Okay, I see you. I ain't mad because I understand Jason did wear the Dragon Shield. I get it. But I'm popping off heads though. Not with the Tommy. That's gonna be what that is over there, just like my White Ranger. But yeah, I'm gonna take the head off this one. But segue. Respect. I said I was gonna talk about how there's a character that was killed off in the MCU that's receiving a lot of love in Marvel comics, that is. And I'm like, what? I don't clearly. If you talking about a house divided, pun intended, back of the bus. You talking about a house divided? Let's think about this. So we already know Eve Ewing is getting ready to take up the mantle as the writer of Black Panther beginning in June. I'm looking forward to it because I'm optimistic. I think y'all remember this song, How Did It Go, Mr. Smith, Deech Diesel, Grandma Tatum. Y'all tell me how it went. I had high hopes for you and me. Thought we stay together eternally. I got high hopes. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the group, but I got high hopes for Eve Ewing and everything like that. She's already introduced a villain in the second issue, a young lady and everything like that. Hopefully we get some staying power with this villain. This villain will be around for years to come and be actually used as opposed to some of the other villains in T'Challa's rogues gallery. But that said, we've got the cover to issue 2. Looks beautiful, by the way. Also, T'Challa is showing up in the Hellfire Gallery. Now, we already knew he was showing up in Avengers. We already knew that. We knew when the new Black Panther series dropped, so is the new Avengers series. So he getting a lot of love. And then he's showing up in the Hellfire Gala. The Hellfire Gala, you know what that tells me? First of all, they don't invite in the 616. Not the 1999, because he dead in the 1999. Let that eliminate confusion right there. He's dead in the 1999. All Marvel properties are connected via a multiverse. They are. The 1999, that's just one of the many universes that the 616 is a part of. So you got 1999 and 616. We're not gonna deliberately try and confuse those who don't know, i.e. are ignorant. We're not gonna do that. Those of us that are intelligent, just like the young lady that plays Miss Marvel, we don't give a damn what you say. That's 1999. We got 421. We got 1985. We got 1999. We got 616. We got 616. So in the 616, despite everything that has happened to T'Challa, he's still, now I don't know how they got in contact with him. I don't, unless one of the telepaths reached out to him, because last we checked, he was gone from Wakanda. And last I checked, He was in space somewhere. See how I did that? Last I checked, because according to Marvel Voices, Wakanda Forever, he's in space. Not saying nothing, because we got quite a few Omega level telepaths that could have reached out to him. But think of that for a second. For them to, y'all like, damn, yeah, I keep telling y'all, we read comics over here. Even Sony got Earth 1999 correct in Across the Spider-Verse trailer. Right. Ain't nobody giving a damn about that. That let me know right then and there. I said I wasn't going to be too harsh today. That lets me know right then and there how much they respect the comic books. Essentially, and this is where what it's looking like, since the movie is acting like the MCU is acting like they don't respect the comic books are going to try their damnedest to disassociate themselves from the movie, except when they feel compelled to take advantage of a character being brought to life in live action. I understand that and everything like that, but that says a lot. Don't just anybody get invited to the Hellfire Gala. So what you're telling me is, between the time he left Wakanda, went to space to holler at, his ancestors and everything like that, he gets this call, hey T'Challa, and my dog dressed nice too. That's the whole damn thing about it. My dog walked up in there dressed like a damn king. He ain't dressed like no pauper. One Earth can't have two designations. MCU can't be both 1999 and 616. Damn right. They gonna be what they gonna, watch this. They are what we say they are. 1999, 99. So 20,000 to be over. It's out of time. And Prince, 1999. Prince dropped the album called 1999. Huh? Am I doing it? What? The hair. My wife. Okay. Y'all. I'm gonna apologize. Well, no, actually, it's not an apology. We family over here. So my wife wants to do my hair, and I understand we don't want to do late. So what I'm fixing to do is scoot on up a little bit. I'm gonna scoot on up a little bit so she can navigate behind me. And I guess we gonna do this live while I'm getting my hair done. I'm gonna turn the AC on y'all scooter because it's kind of hot down here. Y'all like, Theo, that's how you doing it? That's how I'm doing it. We family. We gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it going. Oh, I'm back. He's back. I started to say something, but my wife know I married her. She needs some room to get back in.
I need a lot of room to get back in. I don't know what you're trying to do. I still can't get back in.
Okay. I'm sliding out the way. I'm sliding out the way. Okay, we back. Family. It's a family affair. Let's make sure we get this. I want to keep it going and everything like that. So yeah, my dog T'Challa looked like a G. He's showing up at the Hellfire Gallery looking like brand new money and everything like that. But not only that, I kept this one to myself. I wasn't gonna say nothing. So that's not the only respect that T'Challa is getting put on his name. There's something else that T'Challa is getting put on his name. And I want to break this to y'all. I don't know if this name rings a bell to y'all, but I just got this today from IndieStar.com. The road to Wakanda will come through Indianapolis. This article is by Cheryl V. Jackson. It was published at 5:04 a.m. on April 18th. So the road to Wakanda goes through Indianapolis. Indianapolis resident Maurice Brodus. I don't know if that name rings a bell to the Rock With Me Nation, but Maurice Brodus. What's going on, Black Claw? What's going on? Maurice Brodus, that's Broaddus, is writing one of the latest dives into Black Panther, the champion and king of Wakanda. That's a lot of respect. Did y'all hear what I said as far as the date was on this article? April, let me bring it close to me. April 18, 2023, 3 days before somebody's birthday. But the king, and shout out to the queen, because she said she's referring to him, the champion and king of Wakanda, Marvel Comics' technologically advanced African nation. It's part of Marvel's declassified series of standalone stories that kicks off with Iron Man in November. Black Panther book. Brodus's book, Black Panther, T'Challa Declassified, uses the character's own words in addition to notes, interviews, journal entries, and State Department and SHIELD files. Marvel said when announcing the project, calling it a must-read, it's a must-read. Y'all need me to say that again? Marvel said it's a must-read. So to all those who say they don't give two damns about the comic books, somebody said this book featuring T'Challa is a must-read. Ain't me. I ain't say that. I ain't say I'm reading. I'm reading with my glasses off. I'm reading. Marvel said when announcing the project, calling it, they're announcing a project for a dude they killed off in the movies. I'll be damned. The dude getting a lot of love from the comic book company, considering what the movie company did. Yeah, everything's a must-read. Calling it a must-read for Marvel and Black Panther fans, watch this, of all ages. Not just me, Grand Madam Tarot, Ray Smith, these are, no. They said of all ages. Ain't no excuses. What Marvel's saying is you shouldn't be done after this book drop. You don't matter what your age is. And they didn't mention race, so that's clearly a non-issue. You need to get up in this. You need to pause. I don't know. I might not have said that right. That fan base spans. What's going on, E-Chat? I gotta get this. We supposed to be reading declassified documents. I'm gonna say read classified documents now. I mean, I get it. That fan base spans a breadth of ages. The superhero was introduced in the comics in 1966 and is the, watch this, because I don't know how many recasters have used this word right here, is the titular character of a 2018 blockbuster movie. I don't know how many of us have said this dude is the titular character. T'Challa is still alive in the comics, still alive in the cartoons, cameo in Moon Girl. No, don't say cameo in Moon Girl. So he's still alive in another universe. Look at God. Want to do it? Don't know what they're thinking over there in 1999, 99. And still alive is Disney Park. I think T'Challa is safe from MCU synergy and other mediums, OG. I believe so. But here's the thing. I don't want to hear nothing from them. When we don't go to the movie theater to support no Black Panther project, they need to just understand. You killed off the dude we was interested in. We can go to other Marvel affiliated entities and get our fill of Black Panther, T'Challa. If you don't want T'Challa, go to the movies. Don't get mad because we're not going. I ain't never seen that. You can't get me. I don't spend my money on something I don't want. T'Challa said, put some respect, didn't he? Didn't he sound like Birdman? Put some respect on my name. Watch this. Now it says that, like I said, I'm not familiar with Broadus, so somebody have to hit me up, Mr. Broadus. So somebody have to hit me up in the comment section. It says, but Broadus' readership is pretty broad, as well as his work includes the urban fantasy trilogy, The Knights of Breton Court, the steampunk novel Pimp My Airship, and the young adult novel The Usual Suspects. In 2020, AMC Networks announced it was adapting his 2020 novella, Sorcerers, about a hip-hop inspired sorcerer, into a show. So Broadus 52, so he's not that far off from us and everything like that. Of course, we've seen that just because you're the same age as us doesn't mean you give a damn about what we give a damn about. But I'm optimistic. Broadus 52 was born in London, but grew up in Indianapolis, the setting of much of his work. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I believe the brother gonna do right. And y'all be like, Theo, why you got so much confidence in the brother? Because he wasn't born in America. I'm just saying, like, the brothers and sisters that I've experienced that's not in America, they really don't talk bad about T'Challa. They got a lot of respect, a lot of love, a lot of admiration for the dude. It's really, when you think about it, us over here. So, I mean, that's just me. I'm just saying all ages like the Marvel Avengers comic. Yes, T'Challa said put some respect on that. So, yeah, T'Challa is getting a lot of love and everything like that, and I love it. I love the fact of it and everything like that. I absolutely love that aspect of it. Also, Hot Toys is putting respect on T'Challa. T'Challa gets a lot of love. Like, I don't know what we got going on stateside, but across the waters, they love this dude. So, Hot Toys is dropping an Avengers Mech Strike I put that picture out and everything like that. Put that link in the comment section. They are dropping a 1/6 scale collectible figure. Now, what does that mean when we say 1/12, 1/6 scale figure? Clearly, it's not. It's not. He bigger than a 6-inch action figure. Just off the rip, he is. He's taller than 6-inch action figure. But this Black Panther actually transforms from basically looking like Black Panther in a suit of armor to a Black Panther. Yeah, that's what that is. Retail price, I'm looking at it right now, is $469.
And I want it so bad.
You see how I didn't say that? You let me get these notes. Craig Country McLean said, "Is that your girlfriend or your daughter?" But y'all need to get like, you ain't talking about nothing. And I'm blessed that and get some. Also, this. Also, Craig was being an asshole. Craig, I'm gonna tell you something real G quick. I don't know what your problem is, but if making comments about my wife and have me come see about you. I'm not Will Smith. I'm not Chris Rock. I don't play that dude. You got too much social accounts going on and everything like that. I'm not the one. Your IP address is easily traceable. I'll be knocking on your front door. That's not a threat. That's a promise. You take that however you want to. Keep my wife, my children, my family's name out your mouth. Don't make this about me putting my foot in your ass. 12 inches turned sideways will do a lot of damn damage. I ain't saying, I'm just saying we're going to move it right along. Everybody want to be an ass, but don't want to get beat like an ass. Anyway, we got this going on. We back. we back. You know what, trolls? You know what? Here's the thing. What's wrong with it? At the end of the day, and I don't know what it is about the energy. It's like, okay, so I have nothing else better to do. Let me tune in to just talk about somebody. So you lonely. You don't have a girlfriend. You don't have a wife. You don't have anything else to do. Your life is miserable as hell. Like no video games, no TV, no books, no bikes, no darts, no shoot, no pool. Just let me see who I can try and piss off and everything like that. And I don't even be understanding that, because I'm thinking to myself, why would you want to go through your life trying to piss off people? You just like that, you just never know when your last day gonna be. Like you just don't, because at some point you're gonna do what? Piss off the wrong person. Or the right person, depends on what your perception, your perspective is and everything like that. So looks like King killing T'Challa in the movie didn't affect his popularity. Not at all. Not at all. Didn't affect his popularity at all. So yeah, man, I'm loving that one. I'm loving that one. What else we got going on here? So we covered that. Oh, video from World Class Bullshitters. I watched the video, and basically he was talking about diversity, and he hit a lot of valid points. Things we had talked about, we've discussed amongst ourselves, social media, whether we're on D-Real's channel, I've heard it on Chillmonger's channel, quite a few YouTubers' channel. But he raised a very, very valid point. Race swapping. So a lot of people seem to be upset about Noni, her skin complexion, being race swapped per se. Well, as I like to say over here, believing in equal energy, right? Right. So why is it okay? Why is it not okay for Nona to be swapped, but it was okay for Ariel to be swapped? Where was that same energy? I go you one better. Why did no one have an issue? And when I say no one, I know how we've talked and everything like that. But what about the Black Adam movie? Who did we race swap in that movie? Because we know she's a redhead. She's freckles. She's got freckles. That's my uncle's granddaughter. We know that. She's Caucasian in the comics. Who pitched a fit? Who signed off on it? Who's okay with it? And mind you, this is things that we have been warning. What about what happened to Velma? What did we say? We talked about this. We talked about, like, hey, don't do this. Give us our own characters if you're going to do it. And they still talk about a black Superman. Nobody wants that. What's wrong with Icon? What's wrong with Blue Marvel? Nobody wants a black version of a white superhero. We're perfectly fine with that superhero being who he or she is. We're not asking for that. And we understand that, okay, as studios, we know in the past that these heroes were created by, more often than not, white creators. But that's cool. Who was T'Challa created by? Some white creators. So we understand that. We do. But we also know that there are characters of color that were created by white people as well. Use those characters instead of just giving us the melanated version of yours. There's no originality in that. And world-class bullshitters called it out for what he said. Hey, I'm not even from either one of the demographics that would be bothered by this. But even I see the hypocrisy in it. Why is it okay over here, but it's not okay over there? If you're going to be pissed about this over here, why are you not pissed about this over? You know what? All the damn sense in the world. What are we getting ready to say? Wonder Man and the Grim Reaper getting ready to be black. We don't think that might be bothering somebody. Just like when we think about the fact that when they did that with Marvel, we talking about men bashing the movie. We don't think men got bothered that they replaced Captain Marvel that they gender swapped him with a female. What for? Nobody said anything about not the high evolutionary, but the collective mind. Hawkman too. Now watch this. This is when I sit back and I say this. If I'm a logical thinking person, it's just some things that's just not going to happen. The supreme intelligence. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you. If I'm a logical thinking person, some characters, the way they were introduced into comics, I have an issue with just based on geography, location, and constants. With Theo, what do you mean by that? I have a problem with Mark Spector being blessed by an Egyptian god because he's Jewish. I would be troubled by someone receiving powers from an Egyptian god and they were a Buddhist, or if they were Christian. Your faith's not lining up. You don't worship that god. That's a contradict. That's contradictory. It's not going to work. If you don't come in worshiping a god or a deity and everything like that, you're more likely to die as opposed to be blessed with that god's ability. That's just the way that is. So if we look at Egypt and everything like that, I wouldn't have a problem if Hawkman showed up on the scene looking more like if he had some melanin in his skin. I'm going to say that. But you telling me that somebody that's an archaeologist and more than likely, Christian background is going to be blessed by a hawk god that's Egyptian. Man, that's not going to happen. Especially if I look at the fact that if you think about the subliminal, the subconscious mind, when they replaced Hawkman with Grant Morrison's run with Azrael, the angel, he was white. Now, I don't know what color angels are, but they had the bull host, the eagle host, and the human host. Y'all want me to say that one time? They had the bull host, the human host, and the eagle host. Now, just off the rip, the eagle and the bulls, let's just go ahead and get them up out of there. But as those angels descended on earth, and it was the Justice League facing off of them, I didn't trip, but I ain't seen not one brother. I didn't trip. I just didn't see one brother. I read the story. Great story. Okay, well, what are we looking at? You didn't even want to replace the white dude that honestly should have been Hawkman in the first place with a character of color. You didn't. You replaced him with a literal white angel. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna trip on that. I'm not. That's how you get down. That's how you get down. But if you're gonna be that way, then be that way. I ain't never been a care for that. Annette Bennett as Marvel and Supreme Intelligence Wax. That was the thing that me and Mr. Smith talked about. You never know how many men you pissed off when you made, because I don't think anybody was tripping about being the Supreme Intelligence. It makes sense. The Supreme Intelligence can be male or female. The Supreme Intelligence actually, because of all the intelligences in drop, is probably what I want to say, agender. Not not male, not female, just just that right there. So I don't even trip about that. There was no reason the only reason why we changed Marvel is because we wanted this movie to appeal to a specific gender base. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But you could have still made this movie appeal to a specific gender base. Just tell the story right. Nobody, I don't think any man tripped over Wonder Woman. I'm sitting here right now, and I know I've talked to quite a few of y'all. How can we have a movie called The Marvels without Blue Marvel? Great question. Great question. I like that shooting of the game. That's a great question. This would have been a prime example to introduce it. But we ain't introduced Monica Rambeau's father either. So we don't know how I think mother might have just had in vitro, what they call it, in vitro inception. Mateen the third could have been Blue Marvel instead of Wonder Man. All day, every day, I agree with that. Could have. And I would have liked to see his acting chops, because that's not a simple character. That character has levels to him. And I believe, from what I've seen from Mateen, he has levels to him. What have we seen this dude play? Well, let's see. He's played in The Watchmen. He's been that guy. Black Manta. Those aren't the same characters, by the way. That just shows me what level. I saw him in Baywatch. Well, he showed he had a comedic side to him and everything like that. So he's got levels to him. I believe Blue Marvel would have allowed him to use that, bring those levels to the screen and everything like that, especially for that character. But we're not the casting agents, and it's already been stated we don't necessarily want to hire people that are comic book fans that know the core material. It sends off red flags. So I ain't saying, I'm just saying. 750 black superheroes, and some writer blackwashes Wonder Man for diversity on film. It shows irresponsibility on the writer's part. You're going to get me excited. Now, this is the thing. Because we touch these IPs, not just in the movies, but with the comics, both are B or C list heroes and villains. Both the most interesting thing about Wonder Man is the fact that the dude, for him to be basically invulnerable, the dude still suffers from PTSD and is liable to run, then put up his dues. As powerful as he is, we know that, as powerful as he is, and the fact that you basically can't kill him, if a fight break out, because he still suffers PTSD, this dude finna run. The chances are he gonna run. In the building, my brother from another, D Real. What's going on, D? What's going on? Non-binary. Thank you. I know y'all gonna get me straight. Non-binary. Thank you. Yeah, so the Supreme Intelligence, I'm cool with that. I prefer the alien Thanagar version of Hawkman. Now, you know what, Steezel? That makes sense to me. Notice how I said from Egypt, what you just said, if we got Hawkman coming from Thanagar, because I honestly want to tell you, we got more black people on Thanagar than we got in Egypt. But anyway, that's just me being funny. No, that's true, because we saw it on the cartoon, we saw it in the comic book. They do have black Thanagarians. They do. It's just a fact. But I'm good with that. I'm good with that. If that's the story, if we how we do that, reboot it and we make it from Thanagar. Watch this. We got two Spider-Mans. Why we can't have two Hawkmans? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I saw the concept art of the Supreme Intelligence. It looked pretty cool, but they went with the hologram and that Bennett version. I don't know why. Yes, I do, because the movies are for the casual fan. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. The movies are for the casual fan, so they don't think we're watching. But yeah, so back to world-class bullshitters. It's very, very much on point. The only thing that I would say that I disagree with in regards to, because he did say that there we swap genders, and I get that. We do make substitution for characters that more often than not are white, that are genders. I will go ahead and add the fact that there are some black people born in America that are natural born redheads. So take from that what you will. And when it comes to Miss Martian and it comes to Coriander, they are aliens. So my suggestion would be, as opposed to let's get into a contest about is the person black or is the person white, why don't we just make the person green and why don't we just make the person orange? That solves everything. Because they're not human. They're not. They're not. So I don't, the conversation about this, that, and the third, just special effects is 2023. As I told my daughter, let Star Trek tell it we're supposed to be flying, having flying cars by 2023. Let's just go ahead and just, with special effects, let's just make, we got She-Hulk, she was green. Let's make this Martian green live action, and let's make Coriander orange live action. Let's fair. And at that point, we shouldn't even care what actress plays them. Because we're going to cover that up anyway. Kind of like how we did with Gamora. I hope Gunn decides to have all this Hodge play Mr. Terrific in the DCU. If he would make a great Mr. Terrific. Once again, another actor that has levels to him, that would be playing a complex character, a character who loses his wife. Because he loses his wife, he no longer believes in religion and everything like that. Third smartest man in the world, which I don't know what that means. Third smartest man and everything like that. So I would love to see him sink his acting chops in it. Aliens have been white people for decades. Why are we tripping? Black don't crack. You know, I like I said, D, I believe in equal energy, and if it's not an issue, it's not an issue. There's a way to fix it. Let's not trip on it. I think I think people don't really see it for what it is. How can I put it? If I sit race off to the side, I should be able to approach this from a logical standpoint. Remove the emotions, remove my ethnicity. Let's just look at this from a logical standpoint. To a degree, comics should make sense to a degree. So when we look at these things, some people get bent out of shape about, you made an excellent point. Okay, what color would mermaids actually be? Okay, well, fine. Why we don't, and if we're looking at mermaids based on their ethnicity from the region that they're in, then it's safe to say we got mermaids that look like everybody. So why do we need to have a white Ariel when we could have had this sister off the coast of a country, waters near Africa, be a different? Her and Ariel could have been best friends. We could have been called The Little Mermaid too. Ariel could have been in the movie with the girl. Everybody would have been happy instead of just having people like, I don't know why we keep going for that. But anyway, I want to keep it going because I really think I know what y'all came here for, because I'm going down this list. And also, D-Real, you were right. When it comes to Black Panther taking on the KKK, the writer was Don McGregor, and the artist, let's go ahead and give it up to him, was Billy Graham, one of Marvel's first Black artists. So I did do some research on that as well. So yes, I knew you were right, but I just wanted to put that out there and everything like that. Black Panther takes on the KKK. Don McGregor, Caucasian brother, is the writer. Billy Graham, African American brother, is the artist and everything like that. So just want to put that out there. I knew you was, but I like to come in sometimes and just, hey, let me state this fact real quick so we can move along and not keep going back and forth with it. So, The Odd Case of Jonathan Majors and Ezra Miller. The clock is ticking over my head as I think about this because I don't even know where to begin. I think on a video I did previously, I talked about all of the charges that Ezra Miller has faced. And my daughter sent me a TikTok video of this dude acting like he was Jonathan Majors, and he was calling his agency saying that basically if they didn't get it together, and this is a joke, I'll get the link, put it in the comment section, like his agency was telling him, oh, you gonna fire us? No, we firing you. You're like, what do you mean? Why you firing me? Like, what I did wasn't nowhere as serious as Ezra Miller. And it's a joke. He's like, you know what? We wish you'd have did what Ezra Miller did. No, Jonathan, what you did was worse. You slapped a white woman. Had you just kidnapped somebody, we'd have been fine. And I was like, I'm not telling that joke, but I don't know what to do with this. I don't, and when I say I don't know what to do with it, I don't know what to do with it. Alicia looks like she's all business with them. She ain't playing. Steve D-Real said you look like you all business with the lies. Hey, she ain't playing. She ain't playing.
Oh no.
If you black, you have to get back.
Make
Yeah. Just like Idris Elba, they wasted a good actor like Dijman Hensu on Korra After Pursuit. They did. I mean, no, I don't disagree with that at all. We've got a lot of talented brothers that are taking minimum roles, and I don't think that moves the bar. I don't think that moves the needle at all. You see that more women have come out to say that they're victims of domestic abuse to majors. No, I haven't. What I also know is he hasn't had a trial. He was arraigned. That's what I know. What I know is there's a movie coming out, The Flash, finger across the throat means death, LOL, just dropped not too long ago. Okay. Well, see, this is what I look at. To me, and I know I don't believe you mean it that way, Nico, but to me, you saying that to me is justification for his PR team leaving him. Why we don't want to stand by his side like they stand by Ezra Miller's side, and Ezra Miller did far worse. Like, I'm not excusing it. No man should ever put his hands on a woman, but no man should ever throw a chair at a woman. No man should kidnap children. No man should break and enter into another man's home. No man should go into, when he break into another man's home, threaten both that man, that husband, and the wife with murder. And he did it twice. There's never going to be a Nico that goes out and say, well, hey, did you hear what just happened to Ezra Miller? He got another charge on him. That's not going to happen. I'm looking at us, and I'm like, I don't even want to talk about Jonathan Majors. I don't want to talk about Jonathan Majors for the same reason that I didn't talk about Ezra Miller. I believe it gave the equal energy. What was the sense in me talking about Ezra Miller if all they were going to do was keep him on that movie? And not only did they keep him on the movie, but he committed these crimes while he was actually filming. What does that sound like? Sound like somebody passed away while they were filming. Well, when that person passed away, they kept the party going. They kept the party going. And this is why I say I don't know what to do with this one. You know how many of us that look like Jonathan Majors hyping up The Flash? I don't even know what to do with this. They love, then they hate you. That's the curse. Quote by Travis Scott. Fact, Ezra put his hands on an elderly woman on video. He threw a chair at another female, struck in the head. So I'm not saying that Jonathan Majors deserves special treatment. I'm saying he deserves the same treatment as Ezra Miller, and he ain't getting it. What's worse, he ain't even getting it from people that look like him. Why does that matter? Because some of the same people that ain't giving Jonathan Majors the benefit of the doubt, like Ezra Miller got from his people, they all talk about lack of representation, lack of diversity, and talk about lack of equality. And I'm like, you kind of participating in it. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that other than just tap my nose and go out, because I'm like, at this point in time, when you complain about lack of diversity, when you complain about black representation, when you complain about black inequality, you just talking. That's all. You just talking, and you want me to say something. For what? You not finna do nothing. What am I finna put my neck out here for, and you not finna do it? I don't know what to do with that. I don't. They love, hate. Let me keep going. I saw that video, giving Majors the Cosby treatment. Let me stop before I speak that into existence. You already have. You all listen, and there's power in the word. You already have. Not you personally, but come on, man. Just think about this. This dude is losing job, and Chill did a video on it earlier this week. Like, y'all better be right on this one. What is this? He's losing stuff, and Ezra Miller is gaining. Do you not know? Even with that's why I said, when you come to me and you tell me what some more charges drop, hell, Ezra Miller had them charges out there, and then went and did another damn movie after The Flash. Then went and did another movie after The Flash. So I gotta ask myself, what's the difference between Ezra Miller and Jonathan Majors other than what am I supposed to say? What's the difference between Ezra Miller and Jonathan Majors that I'm looking at as a logical person? As a logical person, because he's only charged with this one woman. Anybody can talk. Hell, he hit me too. Now what? We ain't got no police charges. This is one of the things that they talked about before. Other people wanted to talk about, oh, he didn't did this, he didn't. Oh, I'm so glad the truth came out. Okay, well, the truth out there by Ezra Miller, they ain't calling for his head. I think that's a fair question. What's the difference between Jonathan Majors and Ezra Miller? That's a fair. I don't want to ask nothing else. I don't want to ask nothing else. What's the difference between Ezra Miller and Jonathan Majors? And why those of us who talk like we do ain't giving Jonathan Majors that same love, respect, and covering him like Ezra Miller got covered? I'm going to tell you why I asked that question. Because I really want to know what being black in 2023 is. I want to know what being black in 2023 is. Because right now, I'm confused. And I'm being facetious when I say that. But what is being black in 2023? I really want to know, because if I'm supposed to be standing up for mine, then there's certain things that I'm just not going to negotiate. If I'm supposed to be standing up for mine, it's just certain things I'm not going to tolerate. Now, I don't mean no disrespect, but we got people that don't like us that are put on matching clothes, cover their face, and march down a major street. That's how strong their conviction is. What's not being said is that whenever things go left between a BM and a WW, the BM loses all day, every day, twice on Sunday. And see, just me for mine, I sit up here and I think like this. I think about some things. I was talking to my daughter. I said, Chris Brown and Rihanna. I said, stay right there. I say that's that right there. If you watch football, Ray Rice and his wife, stay right there. Because all this has happened while Jonathan Majors wasn't a kid, but a grown man, a young man. Okay, stay right there. Teal just came out last year. Just stay right there in those moments. Chris Brown, Ray Rice, and Teal the movie. Just stay right there. As a man, you already know how this gonna play out. Now, that's the only thing I don't give him for as an excuse. I'm like, bro, you know how this go. You saw what happened to Chris Brown. You saw what happened to Ray Rice. Okay, you saw Teal, and that was the worst case scenario. There was a movie based on that. Came out right before your movie did. And since I know y'all all go to each other's movie premieres and everything like that, you saw that. You saw that. So I'm like, in your head, what were you thinking? I don't know. But what I do know, he ain't getting treated like Ezra Miller. Fast forward. What's going on, Diabolical? What's going on? Fast forward. Okay. If I'm supposed to be 10 toes down for mine, what am I doing? If I don't like the representation that I'm seeing on the screen, what am I supposed to do? Regardless of what my job is, what my profession is, regardless of what I say I like to do, what am I supposed to do? As a black man, as a black father, as a black husband. If I don't like the way we're being treated on screen, what am I supposed to do? Am I still supposed to just go watch it because there's nothing else to do? Or am I supposed to say, you know what, until they get it right, I believe speak up for your own. I do. I do. And I'm never going to be mad at somebody for speaking up for theirs. What I'm going to wish is that we had that same type of conviction. That's what I'm going to wish, is that we had that same type of conviction. Just to speak out. You ain't gotta be emotional. You ain't gotta be angry. Nothing. Just call it for what it is. If you're supposed to be black and proud, because there's a song, Black and I'm Proud, James Brown did that and everything like that, then what does it mean to you? Now, this once again is a rhetorical question. I did that on Monday. But to you, I can't speak for you. But the thing is, you got to be consistent with what you say. You got to mean what you say and say what you mean. So to be black in 2023, I get it. We want to go to the movies. We want to go to the cartoons. We want to have the action. I get it. I understand it. I understand it. But your responsibility to your own, what is that in 2023? I know what it means to me. I can't go see the Marvels. I can't go see the Marvels if I go all the way back to Captain Marvel. I can't look at the Marvels if I go back all the way to the Marvels. As a father first, let's if we remove the ethnicity, let's remove the ethnicity for a second. If we remove the ethnicity, and now I'm a comic book fan, and I just limit it down, I just word it down, I just narrow it down, I'm a comic book fan. Then if it bothered me that Marvel was gender swapped, shouldn't it bother me that Monica Rambeau's father is missing? Regardless. On that alone, I have every right to be offended. Now, that's something that they don't want to talk about in the Marvels. They don't want to talk about how they gender swapped men and eliminated men in the movie, because the casual fan doesn't understand that. But the educated fan does. I missed a prime opportunity to ask Winston Duke why he didn't speak and give support for having T'Challa be recast in Wakanda Forever. Brother was here in Greensboro. He wouldn't answer the question. He'd have hit you up with what was respect for the Chadwick Boseman. Then you would have went back and forth with him with what you studied and learned about Chadwick Boseman. Then you would have had him go back and forth and tell you don't know Chadwick Boseman. Somebody else would have caught for what he said, just for you to go back and say, well, you didn't really know Chadwick Boseman either, based on the way you conducted yourself, just for somebody else to come back along and say, you know what, he's right. So I would say this: you didn't miss a prime opportunity. I would say God probably just steered you clear of it. If it's meant to happen, trust me, it'll happen. Let me get up on these notes. And Nick was emasculated. Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. Yeah, that's literally what he said. And he lost an eye to a cat. Like, you thinking he would have lost his eye doing something heroic? No. And I'm no disrespect to nobody. I've been scratched by a cat before. I'm not thinking it's really gonna mess up your eyes like that. But that's how he went out. But that would be no different than the dude who's been paralyzed from the waist down since 2016. But, and even with that, if I know that, I guess my question is, as a black person, when it comes to Marvel, when is enough enough? Or in life general, when is enough enough? How far do you have to be drugged, misrepresented, embarrassed, belittled, knowing that you're paying money for it? Knowing that you're paying money for it, knowing that when you give it positive reviews, you're encouraging them to keep doing it. When is enough enough? When do you say, I'm good, I'm straight? As a black person, I'm done with this. I want to know, and maybe it's because I've seen better days. I just want to know, shit, or to Wolverine, like in the Ultimate, yep. With respect to Marvel, when someone shows you who they are, exactly. But now, watch this. If you don't care, and that's fine, we just have to stand firm on our principle alone. Also, yes, as comic book fans, we have every right to demand what we want. We are the ones that shine light and made comics popular enough for big screen. Facts. Facts. Here's where I'm at with it. If the movies mean more to you than black equality, say that. Be that, do that, act that. But you send conflicting messages when you can articulate what Marvel isn't doing, and then you still go and promote the movie. I think that's a fair assessment. I think if you're able to state what the company isn't doing, how they're negatively portraying ethnic groups, I think you do a disservice by continually promoting their product. How are they to learn that, you know what, this ain't it? What entices them to pivot? I ain't gonna keep y'all long, but in my heart of hearts, I feel like we had everything to do with why they shied away from Wakanda Disney Plus series. Oh, y'all wasn't playing. Oh, we thought y'all was a joke. Like, we thought y'all was gonna take all the bait. No? You mean to tell me all that money that we spent on that movie and y'all didn't bite? Like, we thought y'all was playing, but no, y'all weren't playing. My mind goes to a business standpoint every time I think about the MCU. If Wakanda Forever was supposed to be their biggest movie, then common sense says recast the main protagonist and have him fight Namor. That's logic. Now watch this. Even if I'm not using logic to make that statement, if I just go back and use the comic books, I could have had T'Challa sidelined for the entirety of Black Panther 2, and nobody would have made a move. Nobody would have said anything. Know why? Because that would have been comic book accurate. The same way they had him off screen is the same way they could have said he got attacked by Doom. Doom ain't even have to show up in Black Panther 2. Shorty could have came on screen talking about, what happened to my brother? Brother, are you okay? All we needed to do was see a silhouette in a stasis chamber. We said basically the people that tried to attack the Wakandan frigate were what? Working for Doom anyway. So we already hinted at this. We already hinted at this. As you just gone along with this storyline, not just put part of your foot in there, but put your whole ankle, toes, and everything in there, just submerge yourself in there, we would have got deadliest of the species. T'Challa ain't even have to show up in Black Panther 2. Shorty still could have got into her fight with Namor. And because we know the storyline, Sue Richards ain't have to show up in this. You could have used this to introduce the Fantastic Four. Sans the Invisible Girl. I'm sorry, the Invisible Woman. Saw a black female fan on social media going ham, calling out fake black fans for co-signing T'Challa's MCU death. We need more of that. And the thing is we're getting more of that. And as I was I think I was talking to Mr. Smith. Those are the lionesses in the group. And I told people, I've been saying it for a minute now, just to a select few. The last person you want to piss off in this thing is the black woman. When we look at how things go out in the jungle, it's not me to come see about you. It's not. It is never me to come see about you. It is always her. And you piss her off, I can't even keep her up off of you. I can't. She ain't trying to hear nothing I got to say when she get mad at you. So you have what now? You have women that know this character, becoming more and more educated about this character, seeing that the love for this character isn't just male based, seeing that the love for this character isn't just heterosexual based. There's a lot of love, affection, and affinity for this character, his surrounding characters, and the world he comes from. So I'm pretty sure that's going to grow by the dozen. Forget the fact that you have women who are fans of Aurora and really wanted to see that love affair on screen. They not really feeling the whole Nakia thing. It's more women see themselves as Aurora Monroe than they do as Nakia. That's just what that is. So if they want to see the love affair play out on screen where they can get their cosplay going on and everything with the man that they want to be with, that ain't finna be Nakia and T'Challa. That's finna be T'Challa and Aurora all day long, twice on Sunday. Everybody know that. So shout out to the queens that's getting down like that. Yep, we didn't bite, and now you're seeing T'Challa still be around the other men. Facts. Facts. Not just being around Black Claw, but being given the love. That's why I was like, dang, y'all showing this brother a lot of love right now. Wow, y'all know we into this dude in the comic book, because I think that was one of the other things we reiterated during Recast T'Challa. We're comic book fans first and foremost. We're comic book fans first and foremost. That's what we are. We want, if it's a story that's going to be told on the big screen, you better get it. You better get it right, because we know the comics. And so this character that I don't believe, I could be wrong, and if I am, I apologize. I've been wrong if I'm be wrong again. This character is seeing I don't want to call it a resurgence, but this character is seeing a world of momentum on social media that wasn't there before. Now, maybe it started in 2018 when the movie came out. Maybe it got bigger and better and brighter once Chadwick Boseman passed and everything like that. God rest his soul. But there is a presence on social media about this character that I didn't see a year ago. I didn't see a year ago. And I'm seeing younger people starting to gravitate, talk about this character and what he's accomplished. I'm starting to see more and more women, not just say they like or share something, but I'm starting to see more and more sisters posting stuff about T'Challa. I'm starting to see different ethnicities post things, different genders post things about T'Challa. This character is picking up a world of steam. Seems like everybody, seems like everything of blackness in comic, sci-fi, they're nerfing and just overall destroying. Heard they're canceling Lando series of Star Wars. They made T'Challa weak and Black Panther 1 destroyed his family. Facts. The fact that we know better though. The fact that they even shot a Doom after credit scene just to swap it out for T-Child tells you something. They couldn't wrap their minds around that entire. No, it didn't make sense. Let me get the Grand Madam. I never trusted Nakia. I too want my Queen Storm, but she must be at least 35. Come on, somebody. I need that. If you got to, because don't give me no 20-something Aurora and a 30-something-year-old T'Challa. That ain't gonna make me. Yeah. Afrofuturism is largely treated like its own form of sci-fi. Maybe that is a problem. Maybe it should just be sci-fi. What I would say to that, D-Real, is I get when we want to say stuff. I do. I get it. But I don't refer to myself as a blurred, because what does that mean at the end of the day? Like I'm a nerd. So what is this over here? Word? Oh, what is this over here? Like I don't a third. I don't. What is this? A juror? I don't. So it should be science fiction. The difference between our science fiction and their science fiction is our science fiction features us. That's why I try and steer away from ethnic titles per se. I don't have to give it an ethnic title. As Austin Reed said, I'm him. Austin Reed said it best. I'm him. I ain't got it. That's what I loved about Milestone. Milestone said, no, we got Static Shock. We got Icon. We got Icon. And they had their other characters and everything like that. If it was a stereotypical name, it was stereotypical for a reason. But other than that, I'm sorry, if the name was ethnic, it was ethnic for a reason. But other than that, no, we just gonna focus on the story. So yeah, there you go. I'm just a Morgan Freeman moment. Listen, somebody said to me, trying to defend Morgan Freeman, this is what they said. It was a young lady, and she said, I'm like Morgan Freeman. Me and my family don't use hyphenated American. We're Americans. But I know my she says we don't use hyphenated things. We just use American. But I'm Latin. And I'm like, you just said you know your ethnicity. If you listen to Morgan Freeman, he's like, no, it don't even matter where you come from. Just call yourself an American. There's something to be said about knowing your identity, though. I'm not going to be ashamed for knowing my culture. I'm not going to be ashamed. I think we do way too much of that. We go out of our way to tell people that look like us, you should not embrace your culture. You should not embrace your heritage. Well, hell, what you want me to do is just embrace American heritage and American culture. I would be fine with that, except the people over here that don't look like me don't just embrace American heritage and embrace American culture. If they from Italy, their forefathers are from Italy, they embrace that. Germany, same thing. Russia, same thing. Czechoslovakia, same thing. France, same thing. Puerto Rico, same thing. Mexico, same thing. Spain, same thing. France, same thing. I'm tired of being told, don't be proud to be from Africa. So I all due respect to Morgan Freeman. He can call himself whatever he want to. Like I said, I trace my ethnicity, my heritage all the way back to the slave trade. That tell me I came from overseas. I'm gonna give you the American because I was born here, but I'm gonna claim that back over there. I don't know what you want me to do with that, but that's what that is. Written by, all I gotta say is T'Challa has a prodigy coming into the fray very soon. It's not T'Challa. He's a part of the royal family, and he's blessed by Bass himself. Look out for the new episode coming soon. You know what? I'm gonna take this time to say this, and I hope it's received with the love that I'm about to give it. D-Real has a character. He's not Wakandan. That's based on him. He's not Wakandan. He's not related to T'Challa. I get it. I do. I love the character. That love for the character does not have me wanting to be the biological son of the character. My love for the character has me wanting to fight alongside the character. Not replace the character, not inherit the character's throne. I want him still on the throne. I can tell stories of my own character with my own origin story and have a character based on Gerald Theophilus Butler interact. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what I would want? If T'Challa was real, would I want to come after him or would I want to come alongside him? See, that's what wound up happening with Black Panther 2. People couldn't understand Reginald Hudlin's creation of Shuri was for him to not be alone. Much like, come on, Mr. Smith, much like how God created Eve for Adam not to be alone. See, T'Challa wasn't supposed to carry the burden of the throne by himself. That's why Shuri was there. That's why Shuri will continue to be there. But some of us can't appreciate that because we believe that the man needs to be replaced. Well, if you call yourself a God-fearing person, that's not how that was supposed. That was never the intent. The intent was never for man to be replaced, no different than it was intended for woman to be replaced. So I don't know where we got this from, because like I said, I can sit here and wax poetic all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, but I don't care what your religion is. I don't. It is what it is at the end of the day. I don't care how you identify. I don't. I really don't. I'm not here for that. What I can tell you is that regardless, you're not going to be here unless a man or a woman come together. Even if they do in vitro, you still need the man's sperm. If you're a man and you got your head, you got your shoulders on your ass, you don't like women, guess what? You can't procreate without that egg. You still need that egg. You still need that. T'Challa's still king. Let's just bring our fellow brother home and open up his arms to family as family always should. Tell that story. Because see, we don't have no relatives related to T'Challa. I mean, we got Hunter, but I mean, they ain't really doing nothing with him. And you know, he got another first cousin out there, but you know, it is kind of is what it is on that one. But I mean, tell that story. And I guess it's just me, because I see that they don't really broaden this guy's story, tell his story and everything like that. I don't want to expand his world. I think he deserves that. After being here for what? Because what we talking about? Because I mean, it's 2023 right now. Dude came out in 1966. It'll be 19. It'll be what 2026 in about 3 more years. How many years is that? The dude has been around, and we really haven't tapped into him. I was talking to Mr. Smith the other night, and I was like, we went back. I was like, how did Monica Lynn die? Oh, I made it to late. Let's get it. What's going on, Mr. Rubin? What's going on? What's going on? I was like, Mr. Smith, because I went back and I looked, I said, how did Monica Lynn die from cancer? And we were sitting there trying to figure it out because, like, well, we read Reginald Hutlin's story, right? When he said the cure for cancer was in Wakanda. We sat back and looked at us like, damn. Monica Lynn, last Reginald Hutland wrote, she had a conversation with T'Challa, and T'Challa said he was going to get back with her. The next thing you know, she's in front of a concert. She's singing a concert in D.C., performing at a concert in D.C., and it's a love song because she just sad love song because she just found out that T'Challa and Aurora then got engaged. Don McGregor didn't like that. My dog came back and said, nah, the hell with all that. Y'all ain't just finna put it in limbo, and had her killed after Reginald Huntley. After Reginald Huntley had already established they had the cure for cancer in Wakanda. Don McGregor comes out and writes that Monica Lynn dies from cancer. After that, he basically went back and redid that story. And I'm like, and T'Challa buried the heart-shaped herb. He had to go on a hunt. He went and got the heart-shaped herb, and he put that in the coffin, and he that's how he buried the heart-shaped herb with her. I told Mr. Smith, I said, yeah, they got to redo that. Y'all got to say that Bass blessed her with that heart-shaped herb still being in her. Like, you can't say she died from cancer because that story don't fit no more. You got to do something else. How did that story come after that? I don't know, but and I don't want to. But yeah, did she? What's going on? What's it, man? I'm in here chilling like a villain. The message people here's. The kids have to be to bed soon, and we're gonna spend time with them. So mommy is knocking out the hair real quick, so we can make sure we spend time with them before their bedtime. So that's what this is. Some people that just stuck on stupid don't know no better. But Monica Lynn should have been the first love interest in the MCU. I'm no idea. Here's the thing. You can say that, but that would mean you have to say you finna commit to telling T'Challa's story so that it eventually evolves in Roro, and they not committed to doing that. So kind of is what it is. Ryan Coogler really didn't read that crate of Black Panther comic books. He claims to say, and none of them did. And I'm not just knocking Ryan Coogler, but Ryan Coogler is the writer. So let's look at this for a second. I give Ryan Coogler a lot of flack. I do. But Ryan Coogler is the writer. Nate Moore is the executive. Nate Moore is supposed to represent us. That's what that is. And he's shown that ain't been the case. He been wanting to move the mantle from T'Challa, from Chadwick Boseman, ever since May 16th and May 18th of 2018. What lies did I just tell? I'm gonna wait. What lies did I just tell? He been wanting to take that. He been wanting to move that from that character since then. I miss having hair. Listen, first of all, it's a blessing for me to even be able to grow hair like this. She has growing hands, and I want y'all to know my head is on fire right now because she ain't been playing.
I'm done, y'all. I'm done.
Byron, what's going on? Listen, I don't give a damn what anybody say. We got our own T'Challa. The hell with what they got going on.
Whoa.
To hell with what they got going on. We got our own T'Challa. He just walked in the building. To hell with what they got going on. To hell with what they got going on. So, I mean, they don't care. They never cared. The only people that felt like they cared were those who were, I'm going to say, for lack of better terminology, stuck on stupid. Had he cared, he would have never, and when I say he, I mean Kevin Feige. Had Kevin Feige genuinely cared, he would have never announced a recast. They were not in the process of shooting. He would never, not recast, he would never have announced that they were shooting a Black Panther 2. He just would have came out and spoke and gave his words about Chadwick Boseman, and he would have kept it going. But that's not what he did. He gave everybody a 2-for-1 special. In one breath, he told you,
Y'all, I don't know why he think
And one
These
breath.
little scoops is gonna let me
I
buy.
you know what you're right.
There
You
you
know,
go. Now I'm good.
right. In one breath, he told you that he was mourning the passing of Chadwick Boseman, and in less than another breath, he told you they was doing Black Panther 2, a movie that nobody asked for, and even then did not get the time frame right because that was 3 months and some days. All he had to wait was another month and some days. It would have been the 5 month time frame. He could have did exactly what he did for Thunderbolt Ross. He could have recast Thunderbolt Ross. It was 5 months from when William Hurt passed that Harrison Ford had that job. That's another thing when I asked the question, what does it mean to be black in 2023? Because we know that. Remove the emotions. Everybody that said that it was okay for them to kill off T'Challa, even some of them had questions about how that looked. 5 months after William Hurt passed, they recast Thunderbolt Ross. Notice I didn't say they recast Chadwick Boseman. There's quite a few of these news outlets went to say. And watch this. Nobody went to what fanfare was it? What question was asked about William Hurt? What statement was made about William Hurt that he was such a talented actor? At the very least, his family had to love him. But what respect did Marvel have for him? Nobody went on Ringerverse and said we will not be recasting Thunderbolt Ross, and nobody from Ringerverse, not a Jamel Hill, not any of these news shows that these people went on, none of them asked them what was the difference between William Hurt and Chadwick Boseman. What was the difference between Thunderbolt Ross and T'Challa? Nobody asked that. We just took it and went with it. So it makes me ask again, what does it mean to be black in 2023? Because we keep talking about certain stuff. We keep complaining about certain things. That's what get me. I'm not the one to keep complaining, especially when I know I can do something about it. But we keep complaining about black stuff, but then being complacent with it, compliant with it. We really are the ones participating in it. We got a black executive. What'd he say? Let's play this out. So when we talk about black equality, right? What did the black executive say? What did the black executive do? These are all rhetorical questions. We say we want equality. We say we want diversity. We say we want to be treated just like everybody else. Okay, you got to do something for that though, right? Well, what did the black executive do? What did the black writer do? What did the black cast and crew do? Okay, I'm gonna bring it down. What did the black fan do? Because everybody that I just said, even Winston Duke, if you go to his social media page, he talk about how black people ain't been treated right. Well, sometimes you gotta ask yourself, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? What are you doing to get it? Because complaining, but then doing something where you basically looking the other way ain't it. That ain't it. You can't tell somebody to treat you right, but you keep paying them to treat you wrong. Y'all need me to say that one more time? You can't tell somebody to treat you right if you're going to keep paying them to treat you wrong. You're giving them incentive. So from the black director, the black executive, who's supposed to be there for us, let me keep these notes going. They sure were quick to honor him. Chadwick weren't they? Yep, sure was. Nobody questioned. Nobody. And I don't think I'm wrong for bringing up points to the table. I don't think I'm wrong for saying, hey, y'all sat up there and did these interviews with these cats. Watch this. Hell, ooh, y'all, oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to think about it. Be real. Be real. You got me. But I know one of us had an interview with Nate Moore. Why we ain't ask him about that? I know one of us sat across, I want to say about like less than 5 feet away from this dude. And I really want to say by that time, we knew that Harrison Ford was being cast as William Hurt. Why didn't nobody ask what was the difference? I'm sorry, being cast as Thunderbolt Ross. Why didn't nobody ask the difference? But we want to sit up here and say we want equality. We want to sit up here and say we want T'Challa recast. What's their incentive? What's their incentive? If you got an issue with the lack of black male representation, they finna give you a movie where there is none except for Nick Fury. We can't even. What's their incentive? What's their incentive? I'm gonna wrap this thing up because I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but I'm totally confused. I'm at a loss. Like, and when I say I'm at a loss, you got to be careful when you come to me and talk to me about black issues if I can look at you and see you supporting a non-black issue. You got to be careful when you come to me and talk to me to sit down and talk about this movie, that movie, and the third movie. And I'm looking at, well, hell, where me at? Where am I? Why am I not being portrayed this way? You got to be careful. I'm not going to want to participate with that because I'm going to look at you and be like, why the hell are you talking about it? That's my 55-year-old patience. That's me being only child. That's me saying, you know what? I remember James Brown talking about I'm black and I'm proud. That's me watching Undercover Brother. That's me looking at these two dudes that did this in the Olympics and everything like that. That's me saying that Muhammad Ali is the greatest. That's me sitting around looking at, damn it, Colin Kaepernick had every damn right to take a damn knee because ain't a damn thing changed. That's me talking about what happened to Ahmaud Arbery was wrong. That's me talking about what happened to Breonna Taylor was wrong. That's me talking about what happened to George Floyd was wrong. That's me talking about the brother that was sitting in the house minding his own damn business and the female walked in there and shot his ass to damn death while he playing video games and ice cream. You know what this sounds like right now? The people that want to keep condoning this foolishness in the MCU, you remind me of the black judge, the black female judge. You do. You remind me of the black bailiff. You do. You remind me of the black court reporter. You do. And low key, you remind me of his mother. Take from that what you will. But you'll never have to worry about them regretting changing course if through your conduct you gonna keep enabling it. Jonathan Majors, right or wrong, right now stands already guilty. He's lost movie projects while Ezra Miller continues to get projects. Black people, same black people that say they want equality, are going to review The Flash when it comes out. They are. There are some people in this chat right now, some people that say they want black equality and everything like that, and they go to all the other various YouTube channels. They're not going to be able to stay away from The Flash. They're going to go watch The Flash. They are. That movie does well. Well, the star of that movie is Ezra Miller. They blow that movie out the water. You made Ezra Miller a Teflon Don. That means he's going to be the hottest. Because right now, he ain't facing what Jonathan Majors is facing. He's not. He's not facing that. None of those people that Ezra Miller attacked or assaulted forgave him. None of those people said it was their fault that Ezra Miller accosted them. None of them. His management team, good. His PR team, good. The movie project that's coming out, good. The movie that he did after that, good. The Flash movie is the easiest skip for me. F that Flash movie. Did I tell them right? I didn't tell them, hold on. It's already enough that they're trying their hardest to keep Aurora and T'Challa apart while white couples stay together through thick and thin. And watch this. That's not a racist statement. That's a fact. People think when we talking about stuff, no, it ain't got to always involve race, but two things can be true at one time. This could be a BS situation. Fix it. Oh, they regret changing course with not recasting T'Challa. The whole thing went down the drain because they wanted T'Challa to lead the Avengers. They're still setting up their Ultimates. They could have had what they wanted, but they didn't want to do that. What they did was, and I'm going to call it for what it is. I quote the guy quite often. Derek said what it was on December 10th, December 8th. He said what it was on December 8th. He told you why. Well, they've moved that way. If you look at everything that has been done since that movie, media has worked overdrive to emasculate black men. That doesn't make me a misogynist because I'm pointing that out. That means I'm just sitting up here looking at like, and not only that, they drummed up the negativity when it comes to black people. That's not me making that up. That's me just looking at the hottest shows that's out right now. Shows that I don't watch. But we do review them. We do review them. So in reviewing these shows and going to watch these shows in high numbers, what's their incentive to give us something different? Because if it's making money, I'm not going to change the recipe. Like if that recipe working, I'm not going to change it up. Why did Girlfriends get canceled? We got a whole black entertainment television. Can't get not one piece of decent programming over there. Why? I'm confused in 2023, and I don't like being confused about how I'm supposed to stand as a black person. Because when I walk out the house, I'm really supposed to look at my brothers and sisters like, that's how that's supposed to be. If I walk down the street and I see something going wrong with one of my brothers and sisters, and it's with somebody else, I'm really supposed to look at y'all, but hey, what's going on? You good? You good, bro? You good? And when I look like that, that scowl is not interpreted as I'm coming to attack my brother. That scowl is interpreted that, oh, you need me to come help you, right? Okay, well, what's good in the hood? As Mr. Ray Smith said, it used to be one of them things when he was in the military, it wasn't that many brothers out there. So we acknowledged them, hey man, what's going on? Because we knew if something popped off, it was us against everybody else. It was us against everybody. We knew it. We knew it. There were black fans who didn't want them together as well, which is weird to me. And I almost want to say, Uncle Taki, them black fans all American. And I don't mean collegiate superstars either. I really want to say them black fans all American. Because they don't know, don't care, ain't picked up one book. And that's low key what the movie company depended on. Anytime the movie company tells you they do not like hiring people that know the source material, think about that. We've said it. I don't know why it doesn't make sense. That's like hiring a doctor, a neurosurgeon who didn't go to school for brain surgery. That's like hiring a football coach who not only has never watched a game of football, ain't never played football, ain't never sat around any, like, that is the dumbest ass statement. But in this whole entire time frame, what Marvel has been getting by with is being able to tell us exactly what they're doing, and we not care. The fact that they were able to make that statement on May 16th and May 18th from two different articles quoting the same damn source, making the same damn statement, every black person that said they love Black Panther should have been all over it. Nobody was. Nobody was. Nobody cared to be. Even when Chadwick Boseman, that article sitting right there, it ain't been redacted. It ain't been denied. I don't want to be on Disney Plus. Well, where was Chadwick Boseman off a Disney Plus series when truth be told, it's low key underneath him. Nobody black covered it. No, what we did get was somebody black saying, I don't want to chase conspiracy theory. Brother, it's 2023. It wasn't a conspiracy. It was a fact. You still ain't covered it. You not. So it makes me sit up here and ask, so if I was to see you walking down the street, my dude, if I see you walking down the street and I see you in a potentially hostile situation because of the ethnicity of your skin, because of your ethnicity, because of the melanin in your skin, my brother, what am I supposed to do? Because you got me confused right now. Quite a few brothers and sisters that call themselves power to the people got me confused right now. Because I don't know where you stand based on what you're doing. And if you fine doing it, that's fine. Get in where you fit in. But you can't holler pro-black and at the same point in time be complicit in the disrespect of black people. You don't see too many rappers out here talking about, man, I'm black and I'm proud. No, they know damn good well they on some BS, so they stay in their lane. But doing this whole Black Panther spiel, doing this whole recast of T'Challa spiel, we've had quite a few that look like us claim to be and say they pro-black. Okay, cool. I didn't ask you for that, but since you didn't put it out there, Why am I going to go see the Marvels? Going all the way back to Captain Marvel. As a man, as a black man, as a father, as a black father. Why am I going to go see the Marvels? As a black man who understands the inequalities in this country, who sees the hypocrisy going on with Ezra Miller and Jonathan Majors, if I'm black and I'm proud, and I see how that brother being done right now, whether I agree with how he dressed when he was on the Ebony magazine cover, whether I like the movie projects that, regardless, he's a black man. I see what's going on. Why would I entertain anything just to help out somebody else when that person over there got away with way more? We talk about circulating wealth in the black community. Okay, well, what are we doing with Ezra Miller? Who that money going to? Who all in the cast? Because I know me, if I ain't in the movie, my friend Aaron the Big Word Brinkley had to tell me I need to start checking out Star Wars. He's like, hey man, we in there. I said, okay, we in there. I go check it out. If I ain't in there, I'm not finna. I done had enough of that. Who over there in the Flash that look like me? Who in the Flash look like me for me to go see it? Okay, push that off to the side. Ezra Miller finna come into some money that they taking away from Jonathan Majors. And Ezra Miller got charges, violent charges, way more violent. I'm not saying Jonathan Majors is innocent. I'm not. But what I am saying is, if we're gonna treat Jonathan Majors like this, we damn sure need to be treating Ezra Miller equally. And when I say equally based on the amount of offenses he legitimately has. That's what we should be demanding if we're talking about equality as black people. Because we keep saying we want equality. That's what we keep saying. I don't know. Maybe I just need to stop listening to certain people. Cyborg ain't in that family. No, ain't nobody in there. CBS Paramount owns BT. Ain't doing nothing for me. BT is owned by Viacom. That's what I thought. It hurts watching our folks just openly embrace being manipulated. Bruh, Kamoyo. It do. Because I be sitting up there looking like this. I'm like, what y'all got going on? And I be sitting back watching, and I don't be wanting to say nothing because I don't want to be that dude. I don't want to be my grandfather. I don't want to be like, look here, young blood. Let me talk to you for a second. I don't want to be. I really be wanting. Do you see what you're doing? I don't want to say nothing because I know if I ask the question, do you see what you're doing? The next question is gonna be, and they not ready for the answer. With Theo, what you want me to do? Man, don't entertain that bullshit. But what was I told before by somebody else? I'm gonna get my money. Oh shit. Okay. Well, if you got to get your money, then it's not about black power. It's about financial security, and I just need you to own it. Like, just stop. And I don't think I'm wrong for that because we sending out conflicting messages. Jonathan Majors sitting right there, and we really finna. Have y'all seen me talk about the Flash on this channel? I'm just asking a question. Disney is the problem. They're the parent company. The erasure of film Finn and T'Challa on their watch. Yep. So, but dead ass. Have y'all seen me talk about the Flash? Have you? Do you know why? Because I'm sitting there looking like this. I didn't know. I'm not going to talk about that. No. I'm not going to sit up here and help you put that dude on a damn pedestal when you trying to bury this damn dude. At no point in time did you think about burying that damn dude. But at no point in time did they think about burying Thunderbolt Ross either. But I see how complicit we was with that one. At no point in time do they think about harming their own. But we will sit up here. Watch this. How many of us going to go see Thunderbolts? I'll wait. How many of us plan on going to go see Captain America New World Order? Knowing what we already know. If you going to go see Captain America New World Order, knowing damn good and well the excuse that they used to kill off T'Challa, to kill off T'Challa, didn't fly for Thunderbolt Ross, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say to you. I don't. Like, and I know what's gonna wind up happening. Some of us gonna go see it. Some of us gonna go review it. If it's a good movie, we're gonna go back and tell us that it's a good movie. What are we going to do? What does that do? That encourages more of us to go see this movie. Well, what happens? If it's a good movie, there's no reason why they should think about recasting T'Challa. But what they're not going to do is they're not going to kill off Thunderbolt Ross. Hell, Thunderbolt Ross will probably wind up showing in the Thunderbolts in a surprising role by Harrison Ford because of how well he does in the damn Hulk New World Order. I'm going to say Hulk. That's what it should be, Hulk New World Order. Captain America New World Order. I don't know what to do with that because those are all facts. I didn't make none of that up. That's exactly what's going to happen. It is what it is. But listen, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I'm out. The Lakers are playing tonight, game 2 against the in Key Swift, but nobody last MCU film I spent money on was in game. I did a reading on Ezra Miller and got the impression that he is friendly with folks who meet at a certain grove. Miss Grand Madam, we're gonna have to chop that thing on up. We're going to really have to talk about it. Selling Out has always been the gateway drug. That film would be successful because of hardcore Bat fans. And I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. But even as somebody that loves Michael Keaton as Batman, I was thoroughly impressed by the work that he did as Bruce Wayne. I was not expecting that from Mr. Mom. I really, really wasn't. I can't do it. I can't. I wish I could. I just can't. And watch this. It ain't like I don't want to go see the Flash movie. I like the Flash. Barry Allen. I'm not finna act like that. But something got to mean more than just entertainment. Like, there's got to be more to it than just entertainment. At some point in time, me just being entertained ain't worth my dignity. And that's where I'm at with it. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all and everything like that. Y'all go check out the game. I'm checking it out. Lakers. My head is hurting. I think I'm developing a light migraine. The missus tightened it up real tight and everything like that. My man, brother D Real, is gonna have his live tomorrow at 9:30. Nico Bean with the Steam. I believe he has a live. Him and D Real are partnered up to do a live this weekend. I might be a part of that. Y'all check that out. Chillmonger's 33 questions is always on the table. Grand Madam Tarot is always doing her tarot reads in the morning time and everything like that. Y'all know me. I get it in. I share tell you about everybody. Back of the bus, W's and L's. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. Who am I forgetting? Kaizo Koslevin, the smoothest monotone voice on YouTube when it comes to doing any type of review, comic book, movie, anime, things of that nature. Y'all make sure y'all check that out and everything. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what other videos y'all like me to touch. Stay tuned. Stay up with me for the latest and greatest in action figure news and everything like that. The Super Adaptoid, the 12-inch version is being dropped. It's dropping tomorrow on Hasbro, I believe at 1 o'clock. So y'all make sure if y'all gonna check that out and everything like that. But I'm gonna keep y'all up to date, man. I'm gonna keep y'all in tune. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.